So, with Sniper Elite 3 on its way to the Switch, I thought I would take a look at Sniper Elite V2. I know, but it made sense in my head at the time. I'm going to say up front, I love this game. This is what I have been looking for on the Switch. As a matter of fact, I'm totally honest, it's what I've been looking for since playing Medal of Honor back in the day.
Sniper Elite 2 is a third-person shooter, primarily sniping focused. You're a World War II sniper running missions behind enemy lines. You've got no squad, no support, and no backup. But for some reason, you still have a selection of weapons you can choose at the loadout screen. And actually, I quite like the loadout screen because what it allows you to do is while the game is loading, you pick your weaponry. So, you're not just sitting there waiting for it to load doing nothing. But I'm going to start with what some see as the biggest thing, the graphics. No, they're not up to the level of Call of Duty. They're probably somewhere between the GameCube and the Xbox 360, but it doesn't detract from the game. Gameplay-wise, it's a lot of sneaking and sniping, obviously, based on the name. But you've got a pistol, and you've got a close-quarter combat machine gun too, as well as hand grenades, landmines, tripwires, rocks. There's lots of opportunities to sneak up and shoot baddies from behind with a silenced pistol. So there you go. It's not all long-range shooting. Having said that, the main aim of the game is to snipe. You can try and get through, fighting more close range, but at some point there will be a sniper taking shots at you, and the only way you're going to get him is take out your rifle and take him down from range. And the main aim of the missions involves sniping a shot at the end, so you might as well practice in the run up to it. So the developers put most of the effort into the sniping mechanism. There is a bullet cam, which allows you to choose the frequency for how often it kicks in. But basically, periodically, you take a long-range shot, the camera will follow the bullet and show a very graphic view of it hitting your target. We are talking blood and guts. On some occasions, it'll even show you an X-ray view, so you can see the organs and the bones being shattered by your shot. This is not Splatoon. You start the missions with a loadout screen, as I've said, so you can pick your weapons. Different missions will have different requirements, from range to muzzle velocity to firing rate to scope capabilities, but you can pick whatever you want, and play to your own strengths. There's a co-op mode, which works online or through the Switch's local play feature, in case you happen to be lucky enough to have a friend. The game auto-saves during checkpoints, so usually these are once you've cleared an area and moved on to the next one. So at least when you stop and come back to it, you can pick up mid-mission instead of having to finish a mission in each gaming session, which kind of fits with the Switch's whole opportunistic gaming appeal. So while it's not Call of Duty in a lot of ways, I do prefer this callback to more classic shooting games. Firstly, there's no online focus, so there's no loot boxes and other pay-to-win costs. I like that. But more than this, the game's set in World War II, something we all know about. So you know the wider context. It doesn't need to do some ridiculous plot set in the modern day with space shootouts and other ludicrous situations. The third-person view works for the game as well. It switches to first person when you activate the scope for your long shots. And the reason it works is that when you're outside scope mode, the game isn't about shooting your way through a swath of enemies. You're mostly moving between areas or moving between cover, so you don't need your gun out in front of you constantly.
For a lot of people, this game is not going to cut it. They're going to want the first-person perspective shooters. They're going to want to be running around with assault rifles, cutting down swaths of enemies as they go. But some of you out there will get it. The calm simplicity of picking someone off from a distance. The serene joy of running through parts of a level for up to 30 seconds without having to shoot your gun. For those of you who that speaks to, this game's for you.